Hi everybody and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So this is my first video that I'm filming in such a long time. I accidentally took a break, which I wasn't intending on taking. Last time I saw you, it was like right at the beginning of April, which was like the week before my April break. So that was just chaotic because it was the week before April break. We left for DC and we were gone for a good chunk of time, and then we got back and there was like a death in our family and stuff, and I actually filmed a kind of vlog. It didn't actually, I feel like it's not going to actually piece together very nicely. If you'd like me to still put it together, comment that down below, but I don't know how much benefit it's going to be. It was very I would forget to update and I would film, but then I would forget to film. It was like a hot mess. So then I didn't feel like uploading that, and then before I left you, I also told you how my computer charger got eaten by the dog, and so I had to buy a new one. And I didn't buy a new one yet, and then my computer died, and then so I couldn't film because my computer was dead and no way of recharging it. I finally got a new charger, hence why I'm able to film this. And then this week was the week after April break, and it was just the most tiring week ever. Like, the week flew by, but every day felt like a week in itself. It was insanely long. Oh my goodness. And I'm just ready for summer and just, oh my goodness, so craziness. So I honestly even haven't read that much since Sunday. I wanted to read all week, but the days were just insane, so I didn't read. I started a book last night. I read part of, I want to say it's The Best of Us by Sarah Pekkanen. I started that last night, only got 30 pages in. I'm still not halfway. I'm still kind of reading the Star Wars book, that 40th edition. But I haven't read anything this week, so I'm hoping this weekend I could catch up on things. I just had a field trip today, so I'm kind of exhausted. I was hoping to be able to read. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll just see. But I figured I would update you at least with the books that I have read this month. And in addition to that, I know I'm definitely having a book haul probably Tuesday. My Book of the Month books came in. I have 2 pre-orders coming in, and I bought some books while I was in DC. So I have a couple books that I'd like to share with you. So that's definitely coming up soon, but enough of this intro. Let's just get to the books that I read this month. I read Blue Ridge Sunrise by Denise Hunter. I brought this book to DC with me. I read a little bit on the plane down there, and then periodically every now and then while I was there, and then I finished the plane ride home. This is the first book in a new series by her, and it's the Blue Ridge Romance series. This book follows a girl who is returning to town with her daughter because her grandmother has passed away. There is a past romance that's there in that town that she's kind of been avoiding. She's been gone for at least 4 years, so she kind of has a lot to answer to. I really enjoyed it. I love Denise Hunter's books. I can't say it enough. She has such a great way of writing settings that just suck you in, and characters that you just feel for, that you just want the best things for them. I knew that there was going to be an intense part by the end, and the intense part came, and I was just I didn't know what's going to happen. I love her books. I absolutely love her books. So this one was no different. Highly, highly recommend this book. Oh my goodness. It's just crazy. And then this also the setting of this one is actually a similar setting to Sweetbriar Cottage. Their series aren't connected, but there are definitely some characters that have made an appearance in here that are from that series. Well, not that series, that one's a standalone. So that's always fun. I love those kinds of Easter egg moments with characters that end up crossing over books. I love that about the way she does that. She does it so seamlessly. You don't feel like they don't belong and they're just there. They actually feel like they do belong. And I also love because all of her books are written as if they are standalones, even though they do tie in very nicely into a series. So, loved this one. 5 out of 5 stars. And then I decided that when I got home, I was going to try to do a readathon thing, which is kind of why that vlog kind of started, but then it didn't turn into a readathon. I don't know, it was a mess. But I decided to read The Devil You Know by Trish Dollar. I had actually brought this with me to DC just in case I wanted to read it. Didn't read it there, but I read it when I got home. It follows this girl, and she's kind of like over her town. Like, her mom has died years ago. She's been basically raising her brother. Her dad's kind of non-existent, and she finally decides, I'm just going to go to this party, and she sees a cute boy, and she's like, And for some reason, she decides that she is going to go on this trip with one of her other friends and these 2 guys that she has no idea anything about. And they're going to take this trip to Florida. And obviously, there is a character who is not what you think he is. This book definitely had some twists. It was just okay, though. I did give this 3 stars. I wasn't wowed by it. I did think it was stupid that this girl would even think that this would be a good idea. She would even, like, say in her head, like, this isn't a good idea, and, like, do it. And I was like, what is wrong with you? There just wasn't anything super duper special. Was it good? Yeah, but was it bad? Like, it wasn't, like, fantastic, but it wasn't awful. It just kind of was in the middle, so I gave it 3 stars. The ending was intense. After that same day, I was so excited, but this came in the mail. This is Honeysuckle Dreams by Denise Hunter. This comes out May 1st, so go pre-order your copy now because I'm obsessed. Like, if you thought I was gushy over the first one, I am 10 times more gushier over this one. I enjoyed this one so much, and it's so hard because, like I said to you, like, they work as standalones, but they also work as a series, and these have some characters that were obviously in this book, so, like, they tie, so, like, I don't want to say anything because, like, part of this kind of ties into this, like, there's an event that happens in this that sparks this one, so, like, I don't want to say it, but so good. I loved this couple so much. I cared so much about them, and I just want the best for them. Love the setting, love everything. I can't gush about it any more than I can. I know you're probably thinking I'm biased because Denise Hunter actually sent me this book. There were 30 people that she chose to get an arc of her book, and I was one of those lucky people, and I love it. It has nothing to do with her. Like, clearly, as you could tell, I have an entire Denise Hunter thing right here. I've got my 3 books from this series. I got my standalone. I got 4 books from that series. You can't tell because I haven't put them in yet, but I've got 3 more books of hers in this box that's next to me. There's a box, trust me, there's a box next to me with 3 more books from my book outlet haul. Those are going in there. But these, I am an avid fan of her, and I would totally recommend her. I know she's Christian fiction. I know she mentions God a couple times, but don't let that scare you. Give it a try. She will suck you in and just care about the romance and not care about the Christian side. And if you like the Christian side, then it's an added bonus. So do it. Do it. Did you hear me? Did you go? Did you go yet? Go do it. Pre-order her books. Thank you. After that, I ended up reading Exit Perused by a Bear by E.K. Johnston, and I was really nervous going into this book because Lisa from Books and Smiles read and rated this book, and she really, really disliked it. And I actually didn't hate it. It follows a girl, and she is a cheerleader, and she goes off to cheerleading camp, and while she's at cheerleading camp, she is actually date raped. Somebody drops something into her drink, and next thing she knows, they have found her, like, in the pond that there's a body of water. So a pond that's there, like, definitely raped. So she wakes up, she's in the hospital. They don't know who did it. I enjoyed it until, like, the very end when they finally were like, this is who did it. And you're like, where did that come from? Like, it just came out of the blue, and it was like, she kind of obviously has no recollection whatsoever, and not to spoil it, but, like, at the end, she suddenly, like, sees this guy and is like, oh, that's him, he did it. What? What, like, you spent the whole book not knowing anything, and now all of a sudden you just find a guy and you're like, this is him. Like, It was very bizarre. But I did give this, I believe, 3 stars as well. Wasn't a horrible book. Wasn't an amazing book. It was definitely slow in some parts, but it was still, it was good. It was good. I liked it. Wouldn't love it, but I liked it. Then I picked up Not That I Could Tell by Jessica Strasser. I gave this book 4 stars. This book was good as well. It follows these women, and they happened to be at their friend's bonfire the night before, and then the next day, their friend goes missing, and they can't remember because they were all so drunk, and they have no idea what happened to this woman. Then the husband comes back into play. Was the soon-to-be ex-husband at play? Did she run away? Are the kids okay? Because she actually disappears with her 2 children. What happened? Also, very good. I gave this one 4 stars. I did think it was slow paced, but the twist was very intriguing. So, I liked that part of it. So, definitely recommend this one as well. This is one of my Book of the Month books. So, I did keep my word. I did get to at least one Book of the Month this month. And then right after that, on Sunday, the last day of April break, I picked up Homefront by Kristen Hanna as my Kristen Hanna book of the month. And I enjoyed this one as well. I gave this one 4 stars as well. This follows this couple, and they're kind of in this tumultuous sense of their relationship. One isn't they're both really not happy with each other, and suddenly they get a call that the woman is being sent off for deployment, and she is going to the Iraq War, which obviously affects the family and the dynamic. And it was just really interesting. Near the end, I was getting very bothered by the wife. Something happens that's obviously very tragic, and I just, not that I could put myself in her shoes and understand what she was going through and understand what she was thinking, but she was kind of irritating the bejeebers out of me. And this book also can have some slow points. Granted, I was also watching movies the entire time I was reading this book, but it took me an entire day to read this. And it was just some parts were slow, and then it would kind of pick in, and then it would go slow again. So again, I still gave this 4 stars. For some reason, Kristen Hanna's books, there's nothing that can push it over that 4 as of right now. This is my 4th book by her, and I haven't been amazed and wowed yet. So I'm wondering if that day will come or if it won't. We'll have to see. So I'm definitely going to probably keep reading The Best of Us, or whatever that book is called. My Star Wars book. I still have a whole ton of books on my TBR that I haven't even looked at. My TBR is actually still right here. So I still have a lot that I could still choose from. This I've been kind of wanting, but it's 800 pages. I only wanted to read one of these spring ones, so we'll see. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. I might just bump them all to May anyways at this rate. But we'll have to see. The end of the year is coming, and testing is happening and things like that, so my life is just going crazy, so I have no idea what to expect from anything at this point. But you can definitely expect a book haul on Tuesday, as long as the books come on time. Because I pre-ordered 2, so they were supposed to both be here Tuesday. So if they're both here, book haul Tuesday. If they're not, I'll see you at some point next week. Bye, everybody.